just started this next Lake District adventure, Gillside caravan and camping site next to Glenridding Beck. Very nearly reached our first objective of the day, which is Tarn. Just up there's the Kelders. Bit of mist going over Placefell now, low cloud. This will probably be our last views of Ullswater as we head to Grisedale Valley. Glenridding Dodd and Sheffield Pike just there. And this is Tarn, the first tarn hopefully of today, and in the background is where we're heading, up Birks, the first of the Wainwrights. That's some of our first views in the cloud where we're heading, Birks and St. Sunday Crag. Just having a breather as we head to Black Crag. Fantastic views behind me. And we're heading up there, and beyond there is Birks, our first Wainwright of the morning. Made it to the top of Black Crag, and that's where we're heading, to our first Wainwright, Birks. Still a ways to go yet. In the distance, that must be the top of Birks. Panning round, just see Angleton pikes, the two little peaks. Placefell, it's in the clouds. Gorgeous Ullswater. Made it to the 622 metre summit of Birks. And over there's the next destination, St. Sunday Crag, in all them clouds. Every now and then they clear so you can see the summit. Just about to head up to St. Sunday Crag, our main objective of the day. It's all got mist and cloud in it, so we might not have any more views till we start dropping down and see Grisedale Tarn. The views behind me, well, they're still pretty spectacular. Heading up to St. Sunday Crag, and we've been enclosed by these clouds. The view back to the lake, well, it's disappeared. Halfway up St. Sunday Crag, sort of terrain you're negotiating. Still in the clouds, I'm afraid. It's great to be out though. I haven't done a wainwright for 8 months. We've already bagged one. We're on the way to our second. Made it to the top of St. Sunday Crag, over 800 metres up, but there's no views to show you, I'm afraid. So we're going to head to Cofa, Pike, and then down to Grisedale, Tarn, where hopefully there will be some more views. Right up there is Fairfield, just debating whether to go back into the clouds. Even though it's cloudy, some of these views are stunning. Just coming into view now is Cofa Pike, where I come down, and St. Sunday Crag even higher. Looking down on Grisedale Beck, we've come high off the hills now. The rain's coming down a bit. Bit of a debate actually whether I did Fairfield. That's where we've had a dinner. Grisedale Tarn. Made it without getting too wet. Some more views before we leave Grisedale Beck. We've left the Grisedale Tarn, not Beck as I keep calling it, anyway. And look at that, that's where we was an hour or two ago, the top of St. Sunday Crag, and the clouds lifted now. How often does that happen to people who walk in the lakes? And there's the Grisedale Valley. We're heading back to Glenridding. Some more views of the scenery I'm obviously walking next to. Still walking down the Grisedale Valley. All this rain we've had in the lakes, no wonder it's pouring off the hilltops. Made it to Ruthwaite Lodge, bit of a boffy I guess. And look at these spectacular waterfalls. Just make them out in the gloom. Well, that's made it back bedraggled to Lantis Tarn, and a fantastic walk in the Lake District National Park. We've been up Birks, and then the highlight onto St. Sunday Crag, like 841 metres up. We got as far as Cofa Pike, I think it is. Came down the side to Grisedale Tarn. Going down the side of there, the old poles we were skiing, the old feet were dug back in and leaning back, but we got down safely, all part of the adventure. And then we walked back along the Grisedale forest. All that's left for me to say is catch us next time.